So this is your horizontal push progression. The muscles, primary muscles working, the triceps, shoulders and chest. The patterns are if you're pushing heavy objects or if you're breaking falls, it's going to help with things like that. Demands are high levels of wrist, elbow and shoulder strength, and of course trunk control. Once you hit 15 reps, it's suggested that you progress on to the next exercise. So the first one that was just shown, progression number 1, is your incline push-up, getting down to a 12-inch box for 15 reps before progressing to this one, which is number 2, which is your push-up, hitting 15 reps before progressing. From there, we've got our pause push-up. So we just had a couple of second pause at the bottom with the chest hovering just off the floor. From there, with all our push-up progressions, guys, a cue that I like to give is push the floor away. Secondly, making sure we stay tight so that the body moves as one. We don't sort of arch the hips or we don't lose our body tension. And finally, we want to make sure that our arms stay close to the torso throughout. So next up, number 4 is going to be your deficit push-up. So from there, we have the plates at about a 6-inch deficit, and we perform 15 reps with the chest touching the floor at the bottom, coming all the way back up. Next up, you've got your pause deficit push-up. So exactly the same setup. From there, you can add a little pause at the bottom before pushing all the way back to the top position. Again, really showing here that body stays nice and tight. And in that pause position, the chest should hover just off the floor, should not be touching the floor. 15 reps. Then you'll progress on to the next one, which is number 6, the ring push-up. So from here, we're making it a little bit more unstable by introducing the rings, but we're still having that nice full range of motion coming all the way down. The only difference here, guys, is as you can see at the top, we want to turn the rings outwards. Okay, so when we drive back to that top position, the rings will turn outwards. That means the palms face forwards. And you can see nicely here that the elbows are staying nice and close to the side of the body. That'll help keep it in a nice, strong, stable position. From there, we've got our pause ring push-up. So progression number 7, adding a couple of second pause at the bottom, just off the rings, and then driving back to that nice top position. Again, with this one, it's going to be 15 reps before progressing to the next one. And the next one's going to be your weighted ring push-up. This one's going to have load. The suggestion is that females work towards 5 kilograms for 10 reps, males 10 kilograms for 15 reps, sorry. But obviously it's the last progression, so you can of course go heavier. From here, we want to have a weight belt on. We want to double loop the weight belt so the weight sits nice and high and it doesn't touch the floor, as you can see here. From there, the weight's going to sit just above our hips, and it's going to provide that additional load as we're performing the reps. Exactly the same setup. The weight's going to pull you down through your trunks. You've got to stay nice and strong in that position, so it'll really work your abs as well. But it's a tasty one, this. Enjoy.